Outgrowing people that you know is probably one of the hardest things that I've ever dealt with. I've always thought some of the friends that I've had, I'd know for a lifetime. I really thought that, especially because we started talking and began this friendship in kindergarten at such a very young age. And we ride that friendship all the way through elementary, middle school, high school, and then it just disappears. It's hard to accept sometimes, especially if you have close friends, and I'm talking really close friends. I'm talking, you know their grandparents, they know your grandparents. You've been to each other's houses several times. You've had so many memories together, gone through so many situations together. And then all of a sudden, when there's not this pressure to talk to each other, there's not this pressure to see each other every single day, which is school or a job, all of a sudden you realize, like, damn, was this relationship even real? You know, was this friendship even real? Were we even really bonded like that? Are we really even connected like that? Because as soon as we don't have to see each other every day, like going to school, it's like the relationship died. It's the craziest thing. And I think another thing is when you get into the real world and you actually see how people act and you see what their daily habits are in the real world, in reality, you realize that maybe this is not the person I thought he or she was. We have this idea and mindset of people because we go to school with them and it's just classwork, schoolwork. But as soon as we get in reality and we have to work a real job, we have real priorities, real responsibilities, all of a sudden I realize this person is just a loser, or this person is not as driven as they should be, or we're not as connected as we should be, or we thought we were. I had multiple friends that I grew up with in elementary school fall out of touch with. And not only that, I thought I could prolong the relationship that I had with these dudes by getting jobs after high school and you know, basically getting them employed into some of my jobs. And I thought that would be cool, you know, like we can all work together. It's just a recipe for disaster. That's the craziest thing too. It's like you would never see that coming. You would think like, oh, we were cool in high school, in middle school, in elementary, or whatever, even college, like we're cool, we're buddy. And then all of a sudden we start working together and then I see like, damn, we're not even compatible like that. Then we're dropped in a real world situation. You got random people around us, their boss, supervisor, this person, that person. All of a sudden they're switching up, or all of a sudden they're growing a more liking to a coworker. And then it's just like, this relationship is odd. It's weird. This friendship is odd. It is what it is though. It's not, it's part of growing. I think it's a part of life. You know, you realize the older that you get, the more priorities stack up against you. You know, you have to take care of your car, your house, your rent, whatever the case may be. Just priorities shift. You know, what you're really focused on just changes. So don't ever feel like when you outgrow somebody or they outgrow you, that it's the end of the world. I mean, maybe in another lifetime, in another time, you know, we'll click back up together, act like nothing happened and move forward. But for the time being, it shows a lot. It shows a lot for change. It shows a lot for just experiences that we've gone through, and it shows that, you know, it's time to move on. The craziest type of outgrowing when it comes to people is family members. Man, when you're a kid, you're just so stuck in situations where you have no control over. You know, you're living with your family, whether it be your parents and your siblings, or you're living with a grandparent or something like that. You just take things at face value. Like you just accept them no matter what happens, because there's nothing you can do about it. You're just born into this situation. You're born into this household. You got all these different personalities, whether they're older people like your uncles, cousins, whoever, your parents, grandparents, or if there's your siblings. Like you just have this relationship just right off the rip with these people, and you take it at face value because there's not a damn thing you can really do about it. The craziest type of outgrowing is when you grow up and you're 18 now, 20 years old, you're going to college, or you see things for what they really are, and you see how people are really toxic, or they're really not that person you thought they were going to be, or you really understand now, like, this person ain't shit and I can move on from this relationship. And I'm talking about relationships with siblings, fathers, mothers, grandparents. Some of these people ain't shit. And let me tell you, when I was a kid, you know, you really just have to take it at face value. Like you just have to accept it. You go over to a family party or something like that, and, you know, uncles, grandparents, whoever is acting up, acting a certain type of way, acting weird. When you grow up and you're like 18, 19, 20 years old, even younger, maybe 15, 16, and you see how they act now, and, you know, you have more of a grasp of reality, it's like, damn, I really don't want to know this person. I wish I wasn't related to this person, especially when it comes to siblings. I'm pretty sure all siblings fight when they're young, but the older you get, it's like, we're not going to skip past that. We're not going to act like we weren't tearing and clawing at each other just because of whatever, like the animosity that has built up in this household. Like, we're not going to act like we didn't just experience that. For some people, they can always get past it. But for others, you know, their relationship with their siblings is so bad when they're young, growing up. It's like, yeah, now that I can move out and actually live life on my own, I don't ever want to talk to you ever again. And that's understandable. For some people, that's crazy to think. I know personally, like, I can see how it's understandable. I've seen so many relationships that I've had as a kid with my family members, and then as growing up, I'm like, damn, you're really a piece of shit. I really don't want to talk to you ever again. And then another thing that's very interesting too is these family secrets that you have. So sometimes you're too young to understand, and then when you get that certain age, you start hearing these family secrets, whether it's from your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, cousins, uncles, whoever. They start laying you down on these family secrets, and then you're like, damn, I can't look at you the same way. Like, I thought we were cool, I thought we had a relationship, but no wonder you act so weird. It's just like you have this weird past of doing this and doing that. Yeah, I don't want to really mess with you anymore. And I know they say blood is thicker than water. In this reality, in every reality, that don't mean a damn thing. Nobody asked to be born into this family. Nobody asked to be born into this reality. I don't give a damn. I think it's honorable to have that mindset, to always put your family first and to want to lift up your family more than lifting up other people. But at the same time, some of these people are full of shit. Just because we're related doesn't mean that I have to give a damn about you. That's the way that I feel about the situation. Because I've had run-ins or just family experiences where that was the case. Like, just because we're related, just because we have the same daddy, just because we have the same grandparent or whatever, don't mean that we're cool like that. You have some weird habits, a weird case, and I ain't dealing with you. But when it comes to outgrowing people, whether it be family or friends, you just have to understand, like, everybody's going to do their own damn thing. Don't feel like you have to save everybody, because that's the case. You just can't. You can't save everybody. Everybody is in a helping case where you can just, you know, fix them up and build them right. Some people are going to be lost. I'm sorry. If there's a person in your life who you do want to save, I would say try your best. But at the end of the day, nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's for certain. That person may not even want your help. That person may not even want to be involved with you. You know, they might see you as the problem. You just got to accept that. That's why it's very important when you're young to understand, to make the right decisions with people, especially how you go about your relationships. I don't think it's cool at all that parents argue and fight with each other. Or you have some families where their relationship is they cuss with each other and they pull pranks and jokes on each other, and it's like this weird dark humor where they just, you can tell they really don't like that person, but since they're related, they make it work. I don't like that shit. Like, there needs to be some camaraderie, some respect in this relationship, whether it be family or friends. Like, I'm not, just because we're related doesn't mean that I have to tolerate your bullshit. I don't give a damn. Like, I'm grown now. I can just get up and walk out. I could get up and walk out, never talk to you ever again. That whole burning bridges shit don't exist to me. I don't give a damn. I'll burn all the bridges in the world. At the end of the day, all I really need is myself. And not only that, even if I wanted people, I can go meet new people. I can go meet new friends and meet new people who actually give a damn about me. You hear so many stories online where, they're creating content or whatever, and they get more support from random people across the world than their own parents or friends. Their own friends and parents don't even want to click on their video, watch their channel, or support them. But yet you got people from across the world that's doing that. Like, just put that into perspective, and you can use that example for anything. There's some people who, as soon as you get into a relationship, they don't want you being in that relationship. Or as soon as you get a certain job, making a certain type of money, they don't want you to be doing that. They always have something to say. So I can give a damn about people. It doesn't matter if they're family or not. I can give a damn about people. Just remember that when it comes to outgrowing people, it's part of the process. It's part of life. I think it's necessary. If you're that one person who has the same friends from all the way back when, you guys are going strong to this day, props and good for you. But more than likely, there's some problems behind those eyes, and if you're willing to deal with that, then that's fine. But for a person like me, no. If we're not going to click, if we're not going to gel together right way and move forward and grind together, whether that be friends, family, or even a partner, then I don't need to be with you. Plain and simple, because I'm not going to tolerate bullshit. Let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.